Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. Here's a beer I've been meaning to review for a little while. It comes out of Bar Harbor, Maine, from the Bar Harbor Brewing Company. This is their award-winning Cadillac Mountain Stout. The Cadillac Mountain Stout comes in with an ABV of 6.7% ABV. They only brew 15 barrels of this beer and make it available for a short time. So this is one of those kind of beers I like to review that make some of my viewers jealous because you can't get it outside of New England. You can get it in Maine, New Hampshire, I think I've seen it in Vermont, Massachusetts a bit, but again, that's about as far as they go. So it won the World Champion Dry Stout. And that was back in 1995, which I know 1995 is 18 years ago, but still, if they're using the same recipe they were using back then, this should be a pretty darn good beer. Well, I already know it's a good beer because I've had this one before. So, I'm going to get right into it here on Thanksgiving Day 2013 and try out a stout on Thanksgiving Day and give it a shot, see what we have. So, sitting next to my wood stove in my cellar, nice and toasty in here. Temperatures are falling down to the 10-11 degree mark tonight. So this is just kind of a very comfortable environment for me today. So here's the pour into this Guinness Stout glass. A pretty good pour, filling it right up pretty good, right up to the top. And let's check it out and see what we have here. Okay, what I'm seeing here for the most part are dark brown to nearly black colored, well, basically a dark brown to black color, but you know, if you hold it up to the light, I'm also getting these ruby red hues, just a few of them, just little dots of them around the edge of the glass, but they're there. Pretty busy carbonation, and you're also seeing a bit of a mocha or beige colored foamy head. It seems to be breaking down a little bit, but I think it's going to last for longer than I expect. Anyway, let's check out the aroma on this now. Of course, I like stouts anyway. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's difficult for me to find a stout I don't like. But I'm getting, on the nose, I'm getting kind of some dark chocolate, a roasted malt character, dark malt character. But it definitely does have all those dark roasted chocolate malts you've come to expect from a good stout. No coffee, but definitely the chocolate piece. Let's check out the taste and the rest of it. I'm serving it around maybe 50 degrees, so I would have maybe liked to have let it warm up a little more, but that's all right. But anyway, as far as the body goes, let me try that again because I forgot already. Body is definitely medium, maybe a better than medium. I wouldn't call it really bold or heavy or anything like that, a heavy texture or anything like that. But I'm definitely getting a good medium, solid, I hate to use that word solid, but just a good full body. And that head's still staying in place. Now the taste. Taste is mildly sweet, but for the most part, I'm picking up all those dark malts and dark chocolate. No coffee, dark malts, dark chocolates, and there is a mild to moderate bitterness at the end. A slight acidity, but it's kind of like halfway between acidic and smooth on the body. And but the taste is sort of you know, chocolate forward, not in your face like milk chocolate, an obvious chocolate, but it's more of a subtle chocolate, which is kind of the way I actually like my stouts, because you know, if I really want a chocolate stout, I'll probably buy Young's Double Chocolate Stout or something that has the word chocolate in the title. I like the chocolate to be there, to be noticeable, to be tasty, but at the same time to be more kind of subtle and really melding well with the dark malt character that's going on, which is what I'm getting on this one. And it's got a clean finish, but mildly bitter. Not overly bitter. You know, it only lingers briefly at the, well, it does linger. It lingers for maybe 5 seconds or so at the end. There's a bit of a lingering quality to it in the taste. But it lingers just enough for you to want to take another sip, which I'm going to do right now. I can see why this has won the awards. It has won, or at least the one award it won quite some time ago, but it really is a nice, pleasant, appealing stout. Great for a cold day like today, next to the wood stove. Not a super high ABV, it was about 6.7% as I said, so it's pretty drinkable, it's easy to drink. It's got more gusto, I should say, than some more common stouts like you know, like Guinness or something like that, which are similar in the style. Burping a little bit, so that old belch factor. I think I'm the only beer tuber that uses that word, belch factor, but people like it, so I'll use it. But there's a belch factor going on, and to me, if it's got a good belch factor, you know, it's really settling well in my system. Now the finish does, after 3 or 4 of those sips, again, you can see I've been drinking it pretty well. I'm already about a quarter of the way through the glass, so it's pretty easy to drink. And then there's this kind of moderate dry bitterness as well. It sort of ends on the dry side. I'm getting a mild to moderate bitterness. Nothing really, you know, super hoppy or anything like that, but it's really subtle, really blends well with the malt character. And then it just kind of lingers briefly, but the bitterness is just mild, not overpowering in any way. So, pretty good beer. I mean, a nice one from Maine, and Maine is really one of those big growth areas for breweries lately. They've opened dozens of breweries, microbrews and nano brews in the last year or so, and you know, I'm hoping to see more of them. Although Bar Harbor has been around a lot longer than just the last couple of years. They've been around close to 20 years, but you know, they're still putting out some good beer if you can find it. Again, it's mainly available in New England, but pretty much everything I've had from Bar Harbor has been pretty good. I haven't reviewed many. I'm not even sure if I reviewed any of their beers before on my NEBR page. I'd have to think back or maybe look back, but even so, this is you know, Bar Harbor puts out some pretty good beers, and it's really worth checking out if you get your hands on one. So this is a nice beer. I like it. It's really a decent stout, fits in well with this weather and the day I'm having today, and Thanksgiving Day, an enjoyable beer to sort of finish off my Thanksgiving Day. So that's it for today. This is Bar Harbor Cadillac Mountain Stout. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.